Hi everybody, this is Mike. In this video, I'm going to guide you through the most comprehensive guide to understand the verb to be, understood as estar in Spanish. Hola a todos, soy Mike. En este video les traigo la guía más completa para entender el uso del verbo to be, entendido como estar en español. The verb to be in Spanish is kind of tricky. I've talked about this before in the other video in which I explained the use of the verb to be as ser. In this video, we're going to learn how and when to use this verb understood as estar, translated as star. Thing is, the verb to be in Spanish can mean both. Can be translated as ser and as estar. So in this video, we're going to try and understand the uses and learn the uses of the verb to be as estar. First thing is, when we use the verb to be as estar in Spanish is for indicating temporary states. Temporary states, like I'm here. It's a temporary thing. I can say I'm Miguel. In Spanish is yo soy Miguel. It's a permanent state. But I can also say I'm here, which is the same I am in English, but in Spanish, because I'm talking about the temporary state. Right now I'm here, maybe later I won't be here. Temporary states are translated with the verb to be in Spanish as estar. So that's basically the main idea of the differences between ser and estar. Ser, it's a permanent condition. Estar is temporary conditions. There are some subtleties about this that we're gonna go deep in this video later, but right now let's think about this basic difference. El verbo estar, the verb to be, translated as estar in Spanish, we use that when we want to make reference to temporary conditions. The verb estar is an irregular verb, so it doesn't follow the rule of ar er ir, the conjugation. So when conjugating the verb, we need to learn, basically not based on rules, but we need to learn all of the translations and conjugations. So what we're gonna do right now is to check different uses, different applications of the verb to be, because there's mainly 5 stances in which we use estar, the verb to be as estar, and then we're gonna go through all the different tenses to understand all of the conjugations as an exercise for learning this verb estar in a deep way. So let's start with the uses of the verb. So we use the verb to be, translated as estar in Spanish, to talk about where something or someone is. So let's say Maria is here. That means Maria está aquí. That's a temporary state. Also, when talking about someone's health, which is a temporary state, I can say Jorge is sick. Jorge está enfermo. We don't say Jorge es enfermo because it's a temporary state. To form continuous tenses, I am running. Yo estoy corriendo. This is valid for any continuous tense. So I will be running. Estaré corriendo. The verb to be would be any of the forms of estar, which is what we're going to study in a few minutes. We also use estar in Spanish with a past participle used as an adjective to describe the state that something is in. So, it is broken. El televisor está dañado. We also use estar with an adjective when there has been a change in the condition of someone or something, or to suggest that there is something unexpected about them. Their shirt or this shirt is dirty. In this time, the shirt is dirty, temporary states. Esta camisa está sucia. It can be washed, right? So, and basically we have 5 specific areas in which estar is used instead of ser: position, location, actions, conditions, and emotions. As you can see, all of them are temporary. Position, temporary state. Estoy arrodillado. I'm kneeling down. Location. El gato está en el techo. The cat is on the roof. Temporary state. Actions. Mi hermano está trabajando. My brother is working. I forgot to open the here. Parenthesis. Okay. Conditions. Está nevando. Está nevando hoy. It is snowing today. And emotions, I'm happy. Estoy feliz. Temporary states. So we're going to start learning the conjugations of the verb estar in all of the tenses, the basic tenses that we have. And we are going to start with the simple present. And we have yo estoy en casa. I'm home. Yo estoy en casa. Remember that with the verb ser, it was yo soy, and it was a permanent condition. Yo soy Miguel. I am Miguel. In this case, we are studying estar, which is a temporary condition. I am Miguel. I'm home. Yo soy Miguel. Yo estoy en casa. Kind of tricky, but with patience and study, we can overcome this obstacle and learn it in a better way. So, yo estoy en casa, simple present. I am home. Tú estás triste. You are sad. Remember that in Spanish we can say tú or usted, depending if you're a close friend or a dear friend. In Spanish I use tú. Tú estás triste, you are sad, or usted está triste, you are sad. If it's plural, it's the same as you. Ustedes están tristes. And if it's plural, and if you are in Spain, they say vosotros estáis tristes. You are sad. Él está enfermo. He is sick. Ella está con mis padres. She is with my parents. Está dañado. When I'm talking about something, algo está dañado. In Spanish, when we talk about something, we rarely use a pronoun. In the case of it in English, we do not have a translation or a direct translation for that. So if the sentence in English is it is broken, we just say está dañado. We just disregard the pronoun. Nosotros estamos en clase. We are in class. Estamos. Ellos están en el parque. They are in the park. Ellas están cansadas. They are tired. We make differences of gender, so we can say ellos for male and ellas for female, even though in English it's they for both of them. So basically, for the simple present, we have estoy, estás, está, están, estáis for you, está for he, está for she, está for it, estamos for we, están for they. It doesn't matter if in Spanish we say ellos or ellas, it's the same, están. Now, let's go and let's move to the simple future. So we have yo estaré en casa, I will be home. Tú estarás triste, you will be sad. Again, if it's a close friend or a dear friend, we use tú, or somebody that we love and we have a deep connection with. So we use tú. As a note here, as a side note here, there are regions in which even though people are not close to you, they used to say tú. But don't worry. The basic use of tú is when you have a close relationship with someone. So let's start all over again. So we have yo estaré en casa, I will be home. Tú estarás triste, you will be sad. Usted estará triste, if we are not close, you will be sad. Ustedes estarán tristes, for plural, you will be sad. Vosotros estaréis tristes, plural in Spain, you will be sad. Él estará enfermo, he will be sick. Ella estará con mis padres, she will be with my parents. Estará dañado, it will be broken. Remember, we do not translate the it. Nosotros estaremos en clase, we will be in class. Ellos estarán en el parque, they will be in the park. Or ellas estarán cansadas, or en el parque, they will be, upale, sorry. Basically, I meant to do this, and I'm sorry for this glitch here. That would be, ellas estarán en el parque, and they will be in the park, same as the other. So we have, for yo, in the future, simple future, estaré, tú estarás, for you, usted estará, if we're not close, ustedes estarán, for plural, vosotros estaréis, if it's a plural in Spain, él estará, for he, ella estará, for she, estará, for it, estaremos, nosotros estaremos, for we, ellos estarán, for they, and ellas estarás, also for they, if it's female. Male, ellos, female, ellas. And also remember that in Spanish we have a tendency to omit the pronoun. So I can say estaré en casa, estarás triste, estará enfermo, estaremos en clase, estarán en el parque. We can say that. And we always understand who are we talking about because of the context. So just to keep in mind that. Let's move to the simple past. In this case, something called pretérito indefinido, which is a form that we used when we want to talk about finished actions. Yo estuve en casa, I was home. Tú estuviste triste, you were sad. Usted estuvo triste, you were sad, if we are not close. Ustedes estuvieron tristes, you were sad, if it's a plural. Vosotros estuvisteis tristes, if we're in Spain, you were sad. So we have, él estuvo enfermo, he was sick. Ella estuvo con mis padres, she was with my parents. Estuvo dañado, it was broken. Nosotros estuvimos en clase, we were in class. Again, we have the same, sorry, I need to apologize for this, but we can just fix it on the go. Nosotros estuvimos en clase, we were in class. Ellos estuvieron en el parque, they were in the park. Ellas estuvieron en el parque, they were in the park, for female. So the conjugations we have, yo estuve, for I, tú estuviste, you, usted estuvo, you, ustedes estuvieron, you, vosotros estuvisteis, you. Él estuvo enfermo, bueno, él estuvo, for he, ella estuvo, for she, estuvo, for it, nosotros estuvimos, for we, ellos estuvieron o ellas estuvieron, for they. That takes us to the simple past when we talk about something that descriptions of past events or actions without specific endpoint in time, something that we used to do or we did on a regular basis. We can also use that form in Spanish for telling stories. Pretérito imperfecto. So, we say, yo estaba en casa. You can see how, even though we have I was home, yo estaba en casa, and we also have I was home, in Spanish you can say yo estuve en casa. And the difference lays on whatever I'm talking about. So if in Spanish I'm talking about finished actions, I use this form, the simple past pretérito indefinido. Estuve, estuviste, estuvo, and the other ones. But if I'm telling a story, I'm describing past events or actions without specific endpoints in time, things that we used to do, things that we would do on a regular basis, frequently in the past, telling a story, describing these kind of events, we use this form the pretérito imperfecto, and it's kind of different. So this is tricky, but it's just a matter of practice. So please do not get discouraged because of this. So we go with yo estaba en casa. I was home. Tú estabas triste. You were sad. Usted estaba triste. You were sad when we're not close. Ustedes estaban tristes when we are not close friends. I mean, we don't have a close relationship. Ustedes estaban tristes, plural, you were sad. Vosotros estabais tristes, you were sad if we were in Spain. Él estaba enfermo, he was sick. Ella estaba con mis padres, she was with my parents. Estaba dañado, it was broken again. Once again, I'm gonna have to keep on fixing this on the go. Please bear with me just one moment. Okay. Él estaba enfermo. He was sick. Ella estaba con mis padres. She was with my parents. Estaba dañado. It was broken. Nosotros estábamos en clase. We were in class. Ellos estaban en el parque. They were in the park. Ellas estaban en el parque. They were in the park. For male-female differences, gender differences. And we have yo estaba for I, tú estabas for you, usted estaba, if we're not close, for you, ustedes estabas for you as plural, vosotros estabais for you as plural if we are in Spain. Él estaba, he was, I don't know why, okay, this is trying to translate, but don't worry. Él estaba for he, ella estaba for she, estaba for it. Nosotros estábamos for we, ellos estaban or ellas estaban for they. And then we move to future with the going to form. Going to be means estar. This is just another estar. Okay. Because I'm kind of using the same template that I used for the other video. So bear with me here with this. And let's see if I need to, I need to fix this real quick on the go. Just real quick, bear with me for just 1 second. I'll try to see if, hopefully this is going to be the last one. Well, anyways. We have, yo voy a estar en casa. I am going to be home. Tú vas a estar triste. You are going to be sad. Usted va a estar. As you can see, basically the differences lay on the going to form because the verb to be here is just translated as estar. But it's interesting to watch the way it works. So we have yo voy a estar en casa. I'm going to be home. Tú vas a estar triste. You are going to be sad. Usted va a estar triste. You are going to be sad when we are not close. Ustedes van a estar tristes. You are going to be sad for plural. Vosotros vais a estar tristes, plural, if we are in Spain. You are going to be sad. We also have él va a estar enfermo. He's going to be sick. Ella va a estar con mis padres. She's gonna be with my parents. Va a estar dañado. It's going to be broken. Nosotros vamos a estar en clase. We're going to be in class. Ellos van a estar en el parque. They are going to be in the park. Ellos if it's male and ellas if it's female. Ellas van a estar en el parque again for they are going to be in the park. So we have yo voy a estar for I. Tú vas a estar for you. We have also usted va a estar when we're not close for you. Ustedes van a estar plural for you. Vosotros vais a estar plural for you in Spain. Él va a estar for he. Ella va a estar for she. Va a estar for it. Nosotros vamos a estar for we and ellos. And ellas van a estar for they, male and female. An interesting fact, in Colombia, I'm not sure if in other Latin American countries, but as far as Colombia, I can say that we have the tendency of using the going to form for the future form. In Spanish, if you're going to say, I will go to the park, in Colombia, we rarely say, iré al parque. We usually say, voy a ir al parque. That's something kind of interesting. As I'm telling you right now, not sure if it's for all Latin American countries, but for sure here in Colombia we do have the tendency to do that. We use the going to form as the future form, the basic future form, just to keep that in mind. Let's move to the going to in the past form. Again, sorry. Okay. Estar. And again. Okay. Real quick. Bear with me. Just one moment again. And we have yo iba a estar en casa. The going to in the past form. Yo iba a estar en casa. I was going to be home. Tú ibas a estar triste. Again, you can see the verb to be here is estar in all of the forms. The only part that changes is the going to part in the past form. And the to be form in the going to, right? Because the going to is form is you have to use the to be first. You need to use I am going to, you are going to, and that's what changes for the tenses. So we have yo iba a estar en casa. I was going to be home. Tú ibas a estar triste. You were going to be sad. Usted iba a estar triste. You were going to be sad when we are not close. Ustedes iban a estar tristes. You were going to be sad when it's a plural. Vosotros ibais a estar tristes. Plural in Spain. You were going to be sad. And we also have él iba a estar enfermo. He was going to be sick. Ella iba a estar con mis padres. She was going to be with my parents. Iba a estar dañado. It was going to be broken. Nosotros íbamos a estar en clase. We were going to be in class. And ellos iban a estar en el parque. They were going to be in the park for male. Ellas iban a estar en el parque. They were going to be in the park for female. So we have yo iba a estar for I. Tú ibas a estar for he. Usted iba a estar, I mean for you. Sorry. Usted iba a estar for you when we're not close. Ustedes iban a estar for you as a plural. Vosotros ibais a estar for plural in Spain. Él iba a estar, he was for he. Ella iba a estar for she. Iba a estar for it. Nosotros íbamos a estar for we. And ellos and ellas iban a estar for they, male and female. Let's move to the present perfect. Wow, I'm so sorry. Estado. Sorry. Didn't change the whole thing again. Oh, I might as well to start all over again. And no, I'm I'm kidding. I'm not going to start all over again. We can just fix this on the go. Small mistakes here, but it's fixed now. For the present perfect, we have estado in all of the forms, and the have form is the one that changes. So we have yo he estado en casa, I have been home. Tú has estado triste, you have been sad. Usted ha estado triste, you have been sad when we are not close. Ustedes han estado tristes, you have been sad for plural. Vosotros habéis estado tristes, you have been sad for plural in Spain. Él ha estado enfermo, he has been sick. Ella ha estado con mis padres, she has been with my parents. Ha estado dañado, it has been broken. Nosotros hemos estado en clase, we have been in class. Ellos han estado en el parque, they have been in the park. Ellas han estado en el parque, they have been in the park for female. So, as you can see, we have yo he estado for I, tú has estado for you, usted ha estado for you when we're not close, ustedes han estado for you as plural, vosotros habéis estado for you plural in Spain. Él ha estado for he, ella ha estado for she, ha estado for it. Nosotros hemos estado for we, ellos han estado for they, as well as ellas han estado for they in the with the gender difference of gender for male and female. For the past perfect. Again, sorry, estado. Estado. Been means estado. And in the park. Again, in the park. Let's change this real quick. Again, in the park. Sorry for this. Okay. So, yo había estado en casa. I had been home. Tú habías estado triste. You had been sad. Usted había estado triste. You had been sad when we were not close. Ustedes habían estado tristes. You had been sad for plural. Vosotros habíais estado tristes. You had been sad. This is for plural when we are in Spain. Él había estado enfermo. He had been sick. Ella había estado con mis padres. She had been with my parents. Había estado dañado. It had been broken. Nosotros habíamos estado en clase. We had been in class. Ellos habían estado en el parque. They had been in the park for male. And ellas habían estado en el parque. They had been in the park for female. There's something interesting here in this form. Vosotros habíais. And in the present perfect is vosotros habéis. It's a slight difference that makes the difference. I'm sorry to repeat that. There's a slight difference. And this difference is what makes the present or the past perfect. Habéis estado, present. Habíais estado, past. For you, plural form, in Spain. So if you're here in Latin America, don't worry. Just make sure you have this clear, okay? So let's move to the future perfect. And again, estado. Wow. Been means estado. And again, I'm pretty much sure we need to change this real quick here. Okay, real quick. And we have, yo habré estado en casa. I will have been home. Tú habrás estado triste. You will have been sad. Usted habrá estado triste. You will have been sad when we are not close. Ustedes habrán estado tristes. You will have been sad for plural. And vosotros habréis estado tristes for you will have been sad plural in Spain. We have él habrá estado enfermo. He will have been sick. Ella habrá estado con mis padres. She will have been with my parents. Habrá estado dañado. It will have been broken. Nosotros habremos estado en clase. We will have been in class. Ellos habrán estado en el parque. They will have been in the park for male. Ellas habrán estado en el parque. They will have been in the park for female. So we have yo habré estado for I. Tú habrás estado for you. Usted habrá estado for you. Not close. Ustedes habrán estado for plural, you plural, and vosotros habréis estado for you, plural form, in Spain. Él habrá estado for he, ella habrá estado for she, habrá estado for it, nosotros habremos estado for we, ellos habrán estado for they, ellas habrán estado for they, for male and female differences. For we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tenses, which would be the continuous tenses. And to be being in Spanish means estar siendo, but also means estar estando. Because right now we are studying the form as estar. To be being in Spanish, it's better translated as estar siendo, as in behaving. There is no estar estando in Spanish. It sounds so weird. We cannot form continuous tenses in Spanish using the form estar estando. It doesn't make any sense for us. So we're going to skip all these forms and we're going to jump right to the subjunctive mode, present subjunctive. And it is important to understand that some subjunctive moods in Spanish are not subjunctive moods in English. It's interesting. The sentences here marked with an asterisk are examples of this. The first one. The first one in Spanish is subjunctive mood. You see, it says esté, yo esté. And the present form would be yo estoy. It's different. So this would be the same as they want me to be home, which is not a subjunctive mood in English, but it is a subjunctive mood in Spanish. I think I'm going to make a future video explaining in detail the subjunctive mood in Spanish and its differences between Spanish and English. So we have, ellos quieren que yo esté en casa. They want me to be home. El jefe necesita que tú estés listo. The boss needs you to be ready. El jefe necesita que usted esté listo. If we are not close, the boss needs you to be ready. El jefe necesita que ustedes estén listos. If it's plural, the boss needs you to be ready. El jefe necesita que vosotros estéis listos. The boss needs you to be ready if we are in Spain and we're talking about plural. Yo propongo que él esté con nosotros todo el día. I propose that he be with us the whole day. El doctor sugirió que ella esté en el hospital con su familia. The doctor suggested that she be in the hospital with her family. Necesito que esté aquí hoy. Something, talking about something, let's say a package or whatever, something. I needed to be here today. Mi abuelo nos propuso que estemos juntos mientras él llega. My grandpa proposed that we be together while he arrives. Espero que ellos estén calmados. I expect them to be calm. And Juan sugirió que ellas estén preparadas. Juan suggested that they be prepared. So as you can see, we have yo esté for I, present subjunctive mood in Spanish. Tú estés for you. Usted esté for you when we're not close. Ustedes estén for plural. You plural. Vosotros estéis, plural form in Spain for you. Él esté for he. Ella esté for she. Esté for it. Estemos o nosotros estemos for we. Ellos estén o ellas estén for they, male and female. This is quite interesting, a little bit tricky, but with practice and patience, we can get a grasp of it. So, the subjunctive mood in the past subjunctive. Again, it's important to understand that some subjunctive moods in Spanish are not subjunctive moods in English. The sentences marked with an asterisk are examples of this. We have, si yo estuviera en casa, dormiría todo el día. If I were home, I would sleep the whole day. Tú actúas como si tú estuvieras enfermo. You act as if you were sick. Usted actúa como si usted estuviera enfermo. You act as if you were sick when we're not close. Ustedes actúan como si ustedes estuvieran enfermos. You act as you were sick for plural. Vosotros actuáis como si vosotros estuvierais enfermos. You act as if you were sick, plural form for you if we were in Spain. Si él estuviera conmigo sería diferente. If he were with me, it would be different. Necesitaba que ella estuviera lista. I needed her to be ready. Yo lo haría si estuviera allá. I would do it if it were there. Quisiera que nosotros estuviéramos en casa. I wish we were home. No creo que ellos estuvieran juntos. I don't think they were together. And we have yo estuviera for I, tú estuvieras for you, usted estuviera for you when we're not close, ustedes estuvieran for you as plural, vosotros estuvierais, plural for you in Spain, él estuviera for he, ella estuviera for she, estuviera for it, nosotros estuviéramos for we, and ellos estuvieran for they. And last but not least, the conditional mode using the modal would. Yo estaría en otra parte. I would be somewhere else. Tú estaríais estarías triste, you would be sad. Usted estaría triste, for you, you would be sad when we're not close. Ustedes estarían tristes, for you would be sad, plural. Vosotros estaríais tristes. Vosotros estaríais tristes, for you would be sad if we were in Spain, for plural. Él estaría enfermo, he would be sick. Ella estaría con mis padres, she would be with my parents. Estaría caliente, if I'm talking about something, it would be hot. Because if I say it would be hot, it could be translated also as estaría haciendo calor, talking about the weather. But if I'm not talking about the weather, but about something that it's hot or that could be or would be hot, then I say estaría caliente. Because let's say la olla, the pot, la olla estaría caliente, right? So it would be hot. Nosotros estaríamos en clase. We would be in class. Ellos estarían en el parque. They would be in the park, for male. And ellas estarían cansadas. Oh, vale. Well, they would be tired. That's okay. I didn't need to change that. So, for I have yo estaría. For you, tú estarías. For you, if we're not close, usted estaría. For you, ustedes estarían if it's plural. For you, vosotros estaríais if it's plural in Spain. For he, él estaría. For she, ella estaría. For it, estaría. For nosotros estaríamos. For we, estaríamos. And for they, ellos estarían if it's male. And ellas estarían. Ellas estarían if it's female. So, we do have all the possible conjugations of the verb to be when we translate it as estar in Spanish. Remember, to be can be translated both as ser or estar. Ser basically for permanent conditions, estar for temporary conditions. I am Miguel, permanent condition. I'm always Miguel. Yo soy Miguel. I am home. Yo estoy en casa for a moment. Right now, it's a temporary condition. Yo estoy en casa. I am home. And we do have all these conjugations. So your mission, should you choose to accept it, is you need to check all the conjugations, all the examples that we have here. Please go and go back and check all the pronunciations, practice the pronunciations, and start building your own sentences. That's a very important exercise for you to develop your skills with this verb. We have the video for ser and we have this video for estar. So go over the whole video, check all of the tenses, check the examples, repeat the examples if you want, practice the pronunciation, that's very important, and start building your own examples in all of the tenses. The more you practice, the more you learn about this verb. This is a very interesting verb because it's one of the verbs that gives trouble to non-native speakers, non-native Spanish speakers, because in English we have to be, and we don't make any differences as we do in Spanish. We have ser and estar, and this has been a thorough explanation about how to use it as estar when we use the verb, and how we use the verb to be as estar in all of the available tenses. If after reviewing all the contents, trying to do all your exercises, if you have doubts, please check the video as many times as you need. And if you're still in doubt, please leave me a comment. I'll reply as soon as possible. If you like the video, you know what to do. Please share with your friends, in your groups, your social media. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. That way, you're going to be posted about the new videos and stuff. And also, that's going to help us grow as a channel. That's going to show support to our work, to my work. As I've told before, I'm not a certified teacher. I'm a native speaker. I have almost 15 years experience teaching English to Spanish speakers. So now I'm trying to do the same to English speakers. So I'm trying to do my best. I'm sorry if sometimes my English is kind of broken, but I'm trying to do my best in order to give you explanations that can help in your process of learning Spanish. So I really enjoy this, and I hope you do too. So looking forward to seeing you in another video. So have fun, study hard, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.